Welcome to Mark Bielski YouTube channel. Hi everybody, welcome. So I've just put out a video which is I think it will be fairly intense. It will be a deep dive and there should be a lot of answers there to the topic and subject we're going to talk about today with regards to a few messages I've received this evening. It's now, what time is it? It's 5:30, so is it this evening? Not really, this afternoon. I received them, whenever I get 3 messages of the same message, I think, okay, then that's my kind of sit up, take notice and do something. So it's regards to saging, smudging, and what are the mistakes, because I'm hearing different people's opinions. I got sent a video link to one girl who made a video, and I watched it because I thought it was only fair to watch some of the things that I kind of struggled with, and I'll explain why. I just took a couple of notes down, and I've got to say that I met somebody about 4 years ago, before all of this nonsense happened. And this madness and this challenge that we had to go through. I sat down and I recognized this person, and I was really genuinely wanting to ask them a question with regards to a video that they put out there about sage. And I went over, I said, I've seen you on YouTube. I said, I recognize your face because last week somebody told me to watch you. And all I can say is that it wasn't a pleasant conversation, because it didn't last too long and the woman walked off very quickly. You soon realize that some people just wing it. They're very good at winging it. They become an expert within a year. And when you actually ask them, how long have you been doing this for? And how many clients do you do a week? It soon becomes evident that they've done a handful of clients over a month, and they claim to be experts at their job. So I have mentioned this before. Be careful who you listen to. There are too many influencers using any topic of conversation to sound like they know what they're talking about, and they don't know what they're talking about. So if I want to listen to somebody who talks about, let's say, the radiation toxic soup in this world, who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to Barry Trower, and I'm going to listen to him. Why? Because he's been in that field of work and he's worked all his life in it. So it makes sense. It's vital that you find out who these people are. And on a side note, when people talk about their work, they often exaggerate who they are and what they do and where they've done it and how long they've done it for. So you've got to be pretty sharp. So smudging, one of the things that this lady said was one of the mistakes you make is smudging without intention or with intention. So basically what I think I kind of thought she's saying, that when you smudge, you've got to intentionally think of why you're smudging. Well, I've been smudging for 20 years, over 10,000 clients and more. I never for a moment even thought and even asked my clients to think about an intention. I mean, how the hell am I going to ask my clients to think about intention when they've just lost a little doggy that they've had all their life, or they've lost their sister or their brother or their mother? Excuse me, while I'm smudging you, could you have I mean, seriously? Smudging smudging is what smudging does. It's a natural process where smoke touches the body and it clears the energetic field around you of negative energy. It is that simple. There is no need to think about what you're doing or what your intention should be. I have never done that. The necessary work is done through the smoke. End of situation. So, sorry. Not right. Wait till the smudge burns out. I just can't understand, and I find it hard to even comprehend what this means. If you are a true healer, you can see energy. You see the energetic field, and you can feel, and sometimes it's so profound that you're almost feeling sick in the part of the body where around the aura or the issue is, the trauma or the energetic field filled with dirty energy. So you can feel it, you can see it. Once you've cleansed that person off, it's gone. Job done. Blow out the sage, open the doors and windows and let it out. Okay, the third thing that was said was something to do with the smoke in the house. Don't have the doors and windows shut because you don't want to trap that energy. Do you actually know what you're talking about? I mean, the whole point of the sage is to basically absorb. If you're looking, you can see it's actually absorbing and eliminating and pulling from the client. So it's actually pulling from the client. So it's within the sage now. The sage is doing its job. It makes sense. So in a house, when your house is filled with smoke, it makes sense that why was I making mistakes at the beginning? Because I had all the doors and windows open. So why don't I shut all the doors and windows and let's see if the sage can actually penetrate the walls, the furniture, the objet d'art, everything, and suck it from the walls. And then after an hour, open all the doors and windows and then everything's blown out. So you're actually giving the room a jet wash. It's sucking it, it's pulling it out from everywhere. That's how it works. And then you open the doors and windows and then it goes out. I can't even answer that. Some of these are just, I have no words. A smudging with a stick, ask for something or don't ask for something. It's just a simple step-by-step cleansing. There's no hocus pocus. There's no ego driven. There's no intention to create like you're a witch or a voodoo person. It's a simple practice of the smoke cleansing the energy field and pulling out and clearing it out. It's really, really simple. My mistake, and I'm openly honest to it, is that there wasn't enough smoke. And I realized that the smoke was the important thing. So the more I was filling the room and the client with smoke, the more the client was feeling better. The more the entity, the demonic energy, the heavy energy, the trauma was just evaporating into the sage. The sage would just clear it away. So if I go into a house and that house was like the child was crying every night, the dog was barking every night, mirrors were breaking, taps were being turned on, there was all sorts of awful things. I saged the house because I was told by shamans, yeah, just sage the house. But it wasn't working. And I realized as I was doing it, hang on a minute, why am I saging? I mean, how many people ask that question? What am I using this for? Well, it's bloody obvious, Mark. It's the smoke. The smoke must have something to do with it. Okay then, well maybe why it wasn't working at the first year of trying was because there's not enough smoke. And wherever the entity is, it's just moving away. So why don't I start from the corner and fill the whole of that room and keep going, so there's nowhere for any negative energy to hide and run away. And if you watch one of my videos, I told you not so long ago, there's so much we learn as the more we practice and develop and see more. There were a girl who came here when I'd finished my practice, and she was outside and she had a black eye and she was pulling, she'd been beaten up, and like, okay, come in, lie her down, give her a healing session. She's crying and I'm saging her and cleansing her. And when she left, I didn't cleanse myself, okay? Because I was just torn up in what had gone through, and it hurt me, and I was sat and meditating on it as I used to do. And then I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, my back. And my back started hurting to the right hand side. And instantly I thought, oh, shit, I haven't cleansed. And then I thought, this is a perfect time to use sacred oil. Now, I'd only just started creating this. It's only been 3 months since I've created it. I've given good energy, placed crystals into it, worked with it. The 3 oils that I used in there was Palo Santo from Peru, which was pure organic. Then I used frankincense from the best place you can get it from, pure organic. And of course, sage, pure organic. So these 3 together, I thought, okay, I'm going to see what happens. So I took some out and rubbed it on where that negative energy was. And I swear to you guys, I never really truly understood negative energy like I did that day, because I felt when I rubbed it there, that negative energy ran to the other side of my back. It actually moved. The pain moved. The pain was there, nowhere else. As soon as I rubbed it on, I literally felt that energy run to the other side. So I quickly grabbed some more and rubbed it all over, and it was gone. And that was a penny drop moment. Oh my God, negative energy can move. And then it made sense. All my years of working made sense. So you're not only healing a place where negative energy is, but negative energy is moving. And that is why I always remember, when you're filling the body with this beautiful universal energy running through you, which is a natural thing anybody can do, the more it fills up the body is like filling it up with sage. It's filling it with light. It's filling it up with healing. And of course, if there's negative energy, it's going to try and move and run away, just like parasites do when you're trying to kill them with parasite tea. They're going to try and fight back and run away and move and tell everybody else in the body, which they do. So this is important to understand. So when you are saging a room, imagine the room like your body. And you want to get every bit of the body. So you have to go right to the fingertips. You've got to go right to the toes. You've got to go everywhere in the body so that there's no negative energy that can sit and reside in there, as well as outside. So what could be a perfect thing? Get your sage bowl, scrunch it up, get it fired up, start at one corner and work your way through the room so there's you can't even see in that room. Then continue to the next room, the next room, the next room, the toilet, the bathroom, the living room, the staircase, everywhere. So the whole house is absolutely, it's drenched with, and cupboards everywhere. Get it everywhere, right? Never once thereafter did I ever complain. Never once did anybody ask me to go back because the problem was still there. After I realized it's the smoke, which is the secret. More smoke, job done. And at the same time, you're cleansing yourself, because if you're blowing it and it's going everywhere, it's going all over you. So it's a double whammy. So this is only 10 minutes of what I actually talk about in my other video that I've just uploaded 15 minutes ago. So if you like what you hear, if you want to revert back and understand everything that I've said, then maybe you can watch that in-depth, really interesting 1 hour of the mistakes of the true mistakes of smudging from somebody who has worked for 2 decades. It isn't ego talking, it's truth. And I can sit with anybody and talk about saging. Anybody, I'm happy to. And I ask myself, why is it that any of these so-called healers never want to talk to me? It's interesting. But you know what? If you do the job, if you do it step by step, watch the video and do it step by step, I guarantee you, if you do it correctly, you'll have no problems at all. None. It's the smoke that counts. It's not about intention. The smoke does the job. You don't need to get intention when you're dealing with Mother Earth, what she's grown for you, and to heal you. Okay? That's the truth. That is my truth. Have a great day, guys. I'll link below. Well, I don't need to link it below. Just simply go to my previous video and watch it, and you might learn a lot from it. Okay, take care, guys. Have a lovely day. Get back to work, Mr. Bierski.